Hello, everyone. Darren Cross here. Week 7, Business 400, driving business opportunity. We're cranking along. We got this week and next week to get through a lot of stuff here. So up till now, we've been working on every aspect of our project. So you've introduced your product or your new project. We've talked about it from every angle. We've talked about the value proposition and the diversity and CSR angle. Um, and now we're getting to the part where we're actually digging in and making the presentation on the entire project. Okay. So this week we are doing a couple of things that in your discussion board, you're going to talk about feedback loops. Feedback loops are really how are you going to ensure that you are getting information from all of those stakeholders necessary to understand what you could have done better and to continuously improve your project. And so the information in the materials that you go over are going to actually give you all the background you need to kind of understand that. And then also you're going to talk about it in your discussion boards. Okay. But when we get to the assignment, I want to talk about the assignment. So this is actually your you're going to submit your project, right? So what we're going to do here is focus in. I want you guys to understand this because I'm saying this and a lot of you have understood and you've done what I'm asking you to do. But I want you to do some things that are going to be super helpful as you submit your assignment, okay? The first thing, everybody stop what you're doing and listen to what I'm saying right now, okay? Look at my eyes. I want you to look at the headings on the prompt, and I want you to put those headings on your paper. Matter of fact, what I would do is just copy this and put it on your paper and then go back and change it. Go back and fill it in so that you understand what's what. So then when you're getting to the part where it says describe the selected company's main product or service, you can actually go in and say, this is the company's main product or service. Okay. Now, what I want you to understand is even though you see these two components, so it looks like these two components are the things that actually comprise the value proposition. They are elements of the value proposition, but you actually need to do this thing too. So while we're talking about value proposition, I want to get everyone thinking about this. I've posted 2 videos on value proposition so far. One is a video of someone describing how to actually, what value proposition really means. And again, and I've talked about this week after week as I'm talking to you all. The value proposition is the thing that I'm selling to customers. And it's not just how do I satisfy their need, right? It's how do I satisfy their need, but then add an extra benefit on it or add benefits to it that make them want me more than somebody else, right? So Jack in the Box can be the need that I satisfy is I'm satisfying the hunger need. So people get to eat, right? So they can buy food from Jack in the Box. But the benefit of Jack in the Box is that you get a variety of food and you get access to that food late at night, right? So it's convenient. These are the benefits of that product. What is the thing that makes people say, I want this product, and there are several people who can provide this product to me, but I'm going to them because I see them as valuable because they do this. So your value proposition should be a succinct sentence or 2, right? It shouldn't be paragraphs. It should be a succinct sentence or 2. I don't want to hear about what your company is doing. I don't want to hear about how great they are. I want you to talk about your project, and I want you to say the value proposition that I am offering my customers is convenience, access, affordability, quality, right? That's the thing that you're really after. Okay? Then you want to go in and answer all of these questions. So let's just talk about these things. You want to actually hit these things. Describe the selected company's main product or service. So the company sells these things. They provide this and this for this customer, right? What is their strategic plan? Go and look at that strategic information that I provided you. What are they trying to do from a growth standpoint? Are they doing product development, market development? What are they trying to do? Okay. Are they trying to penetrate the market? Look at that and figure out what they're trying to do and discuss that here. Competitive advantage. You want to describe the competitive advantage the company will gain by, they say, by funding this project. What is the competitive advantage that this project will give them? Okay? You want to focus in on the project. Describe how you discovered an opportunity to do something better than your competitor. So your deal is, you know what? In this market, there is this need, but outside of the need, we discovered that the inherent problems that come along that as companies try to satisfy this need is this. And so I thought that if we had this kind of product, that it would actually make that experience better. See, that's how you came across your product. You want to have that conversation. Nothing else. You just want to talk about that, right? Determine how the new product or service shifts the value proposition of the company. If it does this mean that you provide a different or new value, or is it within the realm of the value proposition that already is there? So you want to talk about that. When I'm grading your paper, when I'm hitting these rubric items, I'm looking for you to say this thing. That's why I want to say, oh, value proposition. They describe their product or service. Great. They discuss their over strategic plan. Great. I don't have to agree with it. And I might make comments and say, hey, I might disagree, but I still will give you your points because you did the thing. You don't have to agree with me in this, but I want you to actually hit the points that we're after, right? Risks and opportunities. Establish the risks and growth opportunities of the company. So determine if the new product or service would disrupt the current industry. Here's the thing. I've had students, when I taught this class in the previous section, they're like, no, it won't disrupt. It won't disrupt the industry. The industry will be just fine. If you're innovative, you want it to disrupt the industry. Disrupting the industry is good. What disrupting the industry means is that you're not just doing what everybody else is doing. You're doing something different. So is your product really disrupting the industry? Be honest about that. And don't just say, it is because, and then fill it in. Just say, I think it's just really kind of doing what everybody else is doing. But you want it to disrupt the industry. Identify the risks associated with the development of this new product. So if we introduce this new product or service, it opens up liability for this. It means that we have to invest this. And, if we don't get the sales we want, then it could be wasted, and a wasted investment. What are the things that you're like, man, we're taking a chance, but this could happen? What is the thing that really could bite us in the butt here? Growth opportunities. This is where we're describing the areas of potential growth for the company. So you want to identify the growth opportunities within the company. What are we really saying? Well, by introducing this market, and if you focus on the Ansoff matrix and the strategy stuff that I talked about, this is kind of giving you the answer. By introducing this product, we're going to be introducing it to our existing market. So we're actually doing product development, right? And so that can lead to greater sales. We're going to we're going to enhance this product for our current market. We're trying to penetrate this market even more, right? So think about those things. You want to talk about how you're actually doing this. Focus on Ansoff matrix when it comes to here. And then explain how the competitive advantage actually facilitates that growth. Because we are better at this than anybody else, we think that that's going to force growth, okay? Distinguish as a new product or innovation. So is this a new product or are you actually enhancing something that's old? Okay. And then you want to look at these things. Does it fit within the capabilities of the company? Based upon what the company can do, looking at their SWOT, is this right in line with what they can do, or is it going to be a stretch for them? Explain how the new product or service fits in with their portfolio as well. So the portfolio of products that ABC company offers is this, and the product that I'm offering is right in line with it. It makes sense. Or it doesn't have to be. You could also say they offer this portfolio of products, so this is going to be something that's outside of what they normally offer. You don't have to justify it. You're just saying what if they're doing it or not, okay? Target segment, you're going to, again, go to your target customer, and don't just talk about demographics. I've been trying to hone in on this as you guys are talking about your target customer along the way. You want to actually have a profile. You want to say, who is the group of people that I'm marketing to with my product? I think I've talked about bicycles before, right? So if people are riding bikes, who are the people who ride bikes? And there's different people who ride bikes for different reasons. Those are different segments. Some people are BMXers. Some people ride for commuting because they live in New York City or whatever. Some people ride just for fun. Some people are mountain bikers. These are all different types of people, and they might be different ages, they might be different income levels, things like that. So once you understand what that segment is, then you're going to go in and try to talk about them from a demographic, psychographic, behavioral standpoint. So you want to say, okay, so what age are they likely? What's their income probably? Are they employed? What's their familial status? Is there anything else that really matters there? So, 18 to 34-year-olds, 18 to 34-year-old single males, right? Everybody says that's the best demographic. I always argue it depends. What are you talking about? If it's for pantyhose, then it's not. If it's for, hearing devices, then it's not. So depending upon the benefit that you're actually offering, you need to understand who your segments are. Okay. What are their psychographics? What do they value? How do they think? How do they view these types of products? You want to dig into that. This is kind of what their personality is, because that's going to impact how they do things. And then you want to look at behavioral elements. How do they buy things? Do they search for a long time? Are they impulse buyers? Do they tend to buy in bulk? Are they really hard on the product? So it's usage and buying patterns. Are they really hard on the product, or do they not use them that often? Think about that kind of thing so that you can talk about the profile of them, right? Explain your blue ocean strategy. This is where innovation matters. Blue ocean strategy is really about blue ocean, right? So it's about innovation. So if your product is not innovative, you're going to have a hard time talking about this. It's about why are you different from everybody else? How is this? When you are competing, it's like, well, we do the same thing, but we have this on there. What we're saying is, how have you reimagined the problem from the very beginning? Okay. So talk about that here. If you're in a blue ocean, that means that you kind of have developed a new market. So really all innovation is about capturing a new market. You want to speculate sales? Talk about ROI. You're pulling a lot of these things from stuff you've done before. Talk about ROI. You want to talk about, hey, and I would put some charts here to make it a robust presentation. You want to say, hey, we're going to spend this money. We expect these sales. And based upon these sales and this profit margin, we expect this revenue. We expect this profit. And now you can say that that ROI is going to be at this amount, which makes this worth it. Okay, so dig into that. And this flows into profitability. You can actually combine these if you want. Speculate sales and profitability. You can do this in one section. What is your CSR plan? So what is your plan for implementing CSR? And hit each of these things, right? Discuss how the idea demonstrates CSR. Identify what the company has invested in as it relates to communities they serve. And then discuss how good CSR plan can help you gain a competitive advantage, right? So make sure you're hitting all three of these. What's your DEI plan? Determine if the company has a culture built on DEI. You've been talking about this stuff in discussion boards for 2 weeks now, so it should be easy to pull that from there. Discuss how the projects, so this thing that you're doing, DEI plan, fits into the company's overall strategic plan. Okay? So you want to go ahead and get all of this stuff on your paper. And this says that you can actually submit your script for this, or you can submit an audio or video recording. Either or is fine with me. The thing is, make sure that you are hitting each one of these points. Okay? So that's really it for this week. If you have any questions, though, feel free to reach out to me. Good luck, everyone.